the recap of the couple of webinars that happened on OConnect yesterday from Onpassive. So I'm going to try and break it down a little bit for you today. First of all, I'm going to explain a little bit about what happened. Then I'm going to explain about OConnect and the features of what we saw. And then I'm going to give you an update of what Ash Mufareh said at the end of the second webinar that he did last night, morning, whenever it was. But before we get started, to every single one of you out there, a very happy new year. And let's look forward to an amazing 2023. Really are starting off strong as far as Onpassive is concerned. And it really is shaping up to be a fabulous 2023. That is for sure. So for those that have already celebrated, New Zealand and Australia and Philippines, etc., Happy New Year to you guys. And for the rest of us, gearing up for it right now as we speak. Okay, so let's get started then with it. Obviously, it was scheduled for yesterday at 1 p.m. Eastern, which was 6 p.m. UK. Now, before I get into that, I need to explain to you there is a lot of difference between capacity and access. Now, we were told that the capacity was going to be up to 60,000 users. And in fact, Dr. Sahar and Ash Mufareh both told us that we actually had capacity for 64,000 users. Okay, now that is a big difference between access. Okay, and this is where the problem arose yesterday on both of the occasions, was access. Basically, what had happened was there was some fine tuning going on behind the scenes. Some of the features were added but not tested correctly, and they basically threw a big spanner in the works because they basically weren't tested correctly, and so they had to then go back a couple of versions back of what was tested and was working of OConnect, and obviously the access wasn't suitable for everybody. Now, remember, guys, the way that we were accessing OConnect yesterday is only going to be that way once, maybe twice maximum, because the way that we will access OConnect in the future is going to be via our ecosystem, our Onpassive ecosystem. And the reason that is going to make things a lot smoother is because we have already logged in to the OES. And when we then click the icon for OConnect, guess what happens? It picks up all our details. We don't have to add in any usernames or passwords or anything like that. We go straight in to OConnect. Will users have to put information in? Yeah, they will. If that is their first time in the ecosystem, so you have sent out a link to invite people to join you on OConnect, then they will have to put their name and email minimum into the field to access OConnect. Very much similar as you do already with Zoom. So the access part caused a lot of problems yesterday. And is it a shame? Yes, it is. But there is so many positives that have come out of it, guys. A lot of data has been got from what happened yesterday. And all of this information is going to be used to make things a lot better. We are told there is nothing going to be happening now, guys, until at least Monday or Tuesday. I'll get into those parts of it later, but just to alleviate any fears of missing out today or tomorrow, just chill, relax, enjoy the New Year festivities, and you can come back fresh and raring to go on Monday for some more information and updates. As it stands at the moment, updates as far as OConnect is concerned are going to be either on the pop-up, which is probably the preferred place in the back office, or in the updates section. Once we get going, then more of this information will be put into the ecosystem. But right now, it is going to be for the founders, put into the O-Founders back office. Okay, so now we've cleared up basically what happened and why there was a massive delay and all the rest of it. Like I said, had nothing to do with capacity of what OConnect was capable of doing. Everything was in place for that. There was enough volume in the servers to facilitate 64,000 people, and there was also enough for everything to function as we wanted to. It was purely an accessibility problem as far as getting people actually onto the OConnect platform. So loads and loads of positives, guys. So let's now go on to OConnect itself. I was obviously very lucky to be on both of them. Obviously, I had a panelist link. Now, for those who were saying, well, why weren't we all on the panel? Why weren't we all on the screen? Well, this was the first outing of OConnect, and our CEO, Ashmi Farah, wanted to have a small number of hand-picked people that he wanted to be there, about 12 or 14. And even some of the people that were picked couldn't get access. There was suitability problems as far as browsers was concerned, of how up to date the browsers were as to when and how that they read the information as far as the OConnect was concerned. Again, all this data has been fed back to the tech guys, so they know so much more now than they did yesterday. So all is good. Lois White, thank you so much for your super sticker. That's very kind. And I think somebody rejoined earlier on as well for the Tea Club. And thank you again for your continuing support, all my Tea Clubbers. So let's go on to the OConnect platform itself, the product. Now, like I said, I was very lucky to go in as a panelist, and all I can say is, for those that saw it, and I think on the very first one, we managed to get on around about 11 p.m. I think that was at roughly 6 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time, and we were on for around about an hour that time. And I think we got it to about 140 participants. And then the second time we got on was around about 4 a.m. UK time, which was getting on to close to 11, 12 midnight over in the States. Stefan Brocklehurst, thank you so much for your super sticker as well, my friend. So not a lot of sleep was had last night. All I can say is, if you think you're tired, spare a thought for the tech guys, especially those that have been working on OConnect over in Hyderabad. Mohammed Kamal and his team that are there at the moment, okay, have basically gone 3 whole days with no sleep. They haven't even left the office. They've been catnapping on chairs, lying on the floor, and in some cases, Mohammed Kamal has gone 2 days straight. Why? Because they are hugely passionate about this project. Again, I'm going to go into something else that was said at the back of yesterday's as well by the head of the HR department, and I'm going to talk more about that. But we need, honestly, guys, to give a massive Fatima, thank you so much for your super sticker, lovely, and a happy new year to you. Can't wait to see you again, by the way, up in Manchester in April. A huge thanks to them, and of gratitude to their dedication, not only to this project called OConnect, but also to their resolve and steadfastness, what they have stuck to as far as Onpassive is concerned, really have gone way above and beyond of what is expected of an employee to be at work. Many of these people have spent 3-4 days away from family, loved ones, partners, etc. And it is a massive sacrifice. Why are they doing it? Because they are as passionate about what they are trying to achieve as much as we are passionate about wanting to receive what they are doing. It is a very much a two-way street, and we really need to be very appreciative of what they have done and sacrificed to be able to produce OConnect. So let's go back to OConnect, its features, what it was like. Now, I've used many video conferencing platforms, I think 4 different ones in total over my period that I've been online. And OConnect is completely different. It is extremely user-friendly. Everything is on one screen. And for those of you that were lucky enough to get on and actually see it, it's very easy on the eye. The background colors, which you can change, by the way, they are extremely easy. They don't strain your eyes. The quality of the picture of the person who's on the screen is HD quality. It really is. All the testing part that they were looking for more than anything for the very first sessions was sound quality and visual quality. That was what they were mainly looking for those 2 sessions. How was the sound quality and how was the visual quality of how OConnect was performing? That got a massive tick, huge tick. The pixel resolution, crystal clear, very sharp outlines, audio, HD quality. The better your headset, the better the audio. Now, Neeraj had a very good headset on, and his was like stereo. It was just really almost uncanny and bizarre to listen to. Beatrix Mutskia, thank you so much for joining the Tea Club. This was really one of the things they wanted to test to make sure it worked fine, which it did. Ashma Farah also shared a few videos, part of the screen share. Okay, thank you for that, John White. I'll sort that out in a minute. He came on and he was obviously playing around. Some of the features weren't working correctly as they should have done. For instance, the sound, you can do cheers and drum rolls, etc. That wasn't coming through quite clearly as it should have done. And there was also some other bits as well. Thomas Davis, thank you so much for your super sticker. That's very, very kind of you. But on a whole, it was very, very positive. One of the things that really stood out for me as well was the sharing of videos. It was 2 clicks. That is copy and pasting the URL that you wanted to put into it, clicking it, and then adjusting the volume. That worked absolutely amazing. And it was crystal clear, sharp, no buffering. The sound quality was excellent on that. It really was fantastic. That was absolutely superb. Another one of the amazing features, as far as I was concerned, was the chat area. Now, we are using this chat area here right now, and the chat is scrolling all the way up here. That works exactly the same on OConnect, but it has a lot more features than that. You can, next to each person, there is 3 dots. On those 3 dots, you have the ability to reply directly back to that person. It will then put what they've said into your message to be able to reply. You can also share directly to that person in a separate chat area if you want to go private with that person and chat to them private. You can also share individually or collectively to the chat area any URLs, any files that you want to share. You can do all of that from that chat area as well. It's also got a Q&A section that you can set up with questions as well for people that can go in there. And it's also got a really good emoji section as well, so you can add in, exactly like we've got here, lots of different emojis. All of the emojis that are on Oconnect have been designed by the tech guys in Hyderabad. Yes, there's a lot of similarities between the ones that we use right now, but there's also some very different ones as well. So it all gives it a much more easier feel. One of the biggest takes I took last night from Oconnect was it's very addictive. You want to stay on it and play with it. There was, obviously, I've just talked about the video part working really well. I've talked about the chat area, which was amazing. Being able to reply directly to people and do all the sharings and all the rest of it. It becomes very addictive because you can interact so much better with people because you have that versatility. Whereas at the moment, if I want to chat with somebody or you guys want to chat with somebody in the chat area here on YouTube, you have to try and get it in before it goes up the screen. With Oconnect, you actually find the chat that you want to, the message you want to reply to. You can click on the 3 buttons, reply to it, and then it pops up. You can either do it publicly, or you can actually do it privately to that person. So it becomes really interactive as far as you want to do it. The other beauty about Oconnect, all on one screen. Okay, everything that you are doing is all on one screen. Across the top, it has the initials of every single participant. If they are on the panel, they have a different icon with pretty fancy lettering on it, and all the rest of it are just normal icons on there. But they also, on the icons at the top, it will tell you who the host is. It will tell you who the participants are. You've got a plus on the top right hand corner, which drops down in alphabetical order every single user that is on screen at the moment. And you can then promote people to the panel from that, or you can get rid of people if you need to, etc. A lot of versatility there just from that one screen. It shows how many people have got raised hands. Also on the icon that's at the top there, it will show a raised hand. So even if you've missed somebody raising their hand, you can then, if you just keep an eye on the top of the screen, it shows you who has got a raised hand. Top left-hand side, it's got a timer clock, tells you how long have you've been online. And again, you can set this timer clock for the duration of where you need to be within the Oconnect as well. So let's move down to the bottom of Oconnect of what we saw there. Now, it was very basic features that they started with. There's a lot of other features that are going to be coming. What we just saw last night was the features that were there working on this version of Oconnect. You had a mute button, obviously for your microphone. Now, when you hovered over any of those, they sprung up slightly, so you know exactly which one you are over. There's no mistake. Okay, if you're watching on YouTube at the moment, if you run your mouse across the bottom, okay, nothing pops up. Your mouse just runs across the bottom. With Oconnect, every time you go over one of the buttons, it pops up, so you know exactly where you are. There is no mistake of clicking something that then makes a mistake later on. You can mute yourself very easily. Now on your own screen, okay, you will just see a dash bar across your microphone. For everybody else who is looking at the screen, it shows on your screen a sound icon, okay, and it will have a cross across it so that you know that person is muted very easily. At the moment, with a lot of the platforms, it's quite hard to tell whether they are muted or not muted. Again, they're exactly the same. They're next to the microphone icon. There is the video. You in that video area there, again, you can select to have your video on or off. Also on there, it gives you the option depending on what camera you have on your device, and you can select different cameras for the meeting that you are going to be on as well. What else is there? Next to that, you have a virtual background button. Now, one of the things that was thrown up was that you cannot access the virtual background if the chat area is on. That's something they're going to work on to make sure that they've sorted that out so you can have both working at the same time. But there is so many bespoke different backgrounds all set up and laid out for you on a slider, all broken down into different genres. So business, what else was on there? Landscapes, techno, all sorts of different ones that you can play around with and use. Walt McLaren, thank you so much, my friend, for your super sticker. That's very kind. That was there. Next to that was the chat icon. And again, with the chat icon, it tells you how many new messages are on there that you haven't read. Also, at the top right-hand corner, there is, it comes up with green every time there's a new chat message put in there. Again, there's a ticker tape on there. So you know exactly if people are talking in there, how many people are there, etc. That is all there. What else was on the icons at the bottom? Did the virtual and the chat. Yeah, so that was about all we had of those features at the moment. But because it was so easy to navigate around, it really was child's play. I didn't find it difficult at all. And I'm sure when you guys get hold of it, screen capture. Thank you, Tanya. There's also a screen capture icon on there that instantly takes a capture of what you are looking at. It takes it up, it shows you in a little square in front of you, and then that square disappears down to the bottom. What's going to happen in the future? It wasn't functioning last night, but what is going to happen is when you take a screen capture, okay, when you're in OConnect, that screen capture then goes into your photos folder on your ecosystem. How cool is that? You don't have to do anything. Okay, you take a screen capture with that icon, click, takes the picture, and it automatically chucks it into your photos folder on your ecosystem so that you can access it at any time you want. So if you want to then share that photograph from the OConnect that you've done, either by email or on ONet or anywhere else, okay, you can do that because it's in one place on that. So this is only the basic parts so far, guys. There's going to be a lot of other features that are going to be brought into OConnect. Obviously, the access they are going to sort out. But in my view, I thought yesterday was a huge success as far as the platform is concerned. Obviously, from the participants' point of view, there was a lot of disappointed people because there was many hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands who were trying to get in and were frustrated because they couldn't for all sorts of reasons. But you have to start somewhere. That's the bottom line. Remember, Ash Mithara says failure is not an option. Okay, and they will make it work. And when you get the chance to use it yourselves, you are going to be 100% completely blown away. All right. It is far better than I thought it was going to be. The clarity, like I said, of the picture and the sound quality was just amazing. It really was visually fantastic, easy to use, navigate. You're going to spend a lot of time playing around with it and doing a lot of things. Now, also remember that OConnect is not just a video conferencing platform. If you remember what they were saying earlier, is that you'll be able to make phone calls across OConnect as long as the recipient has OConnect in their ecosystem. You can do one-on-one FaceTime type of calls with it, just one-on-one. You know, you can do individual business conferencing with it as well, and so much more. That it's got a lot of versatility, OConnect. So it's not just going to be this video conferencing as we know right now. There is so much more to it. So I was extremely privileged to be on the panel for it. I absolutely loved it. As they said, the worst one is always the first one. It is only going to get better from that point. Like I said, a lot of data had been taken from those 2 sessions. They are going to obviously have a bit of a break now for a couple of days, go back refreshed on Monday and get back to work on OConnect. Ash said himself that obviously there will be more updates as far as what's happening, when the next one is. I know you can do video calls on Google. Didn't say you couldn't. I just said it's one of the options that OConnect can do as well. So I'm not advocating that OConnect is going to put everyone else out of business, but what it will do is give people a lot of better options because of the versatility of what OConnect can do that others can't. Remember as well, this isn't even talking about the auto translation feature that will be coming as well in the future for it. The file sharing, you'll be able to do as well instant file sharing on screen live as well. If you need to do call to action to give a link out, you can do that directly on the screen as well. These are other options and functions that are coming. But like Ash said, we have to start somewhere, and this is where we have started. Colonel Daniel Lee, thank you so much, sir, for your super sticker. So I was really, really pleased with it. Like William Tebbs just said, 100 participants for a startup web platform is an achievement. Yeah, it is. Zoom started with 15 when they did it, maximum. So, you know, that in itself is an achievement. It's not exactly what they wanted. There was a lot of information that they wanted to give out. Dr. Sahar had a pile this big that she wanted to go through, but wasn't able. Again, this is why there's going to be a rescheduled. There's going to be a rescheduled one as well for either Monday or Tuesday. We'll obviously give you all of that information as soon as we can, obviously. Whether we are going to have access to OConnect via the OFounders back office or our ecosystem, again, we will get that information as far as how to log in is concerned. But definitely in the future, it will all be. Hang on a second. Let me just sort something out here. Okay, thanks. Sorry, guys, if you've been negative in the chat area, I'll be deleting you. Can't be doing with negativity, I'm afraid. So exciting in my book. The data will be used wisely. We will make sure that the access is easier for people, whether it be directly going in through your ecosystem and logging in that way, and then all that information will then just move straight across. People saying, what username should I use, and all the rest of it. You won't have to worry about any of that, because once you have logged in, it'll pick up that information and put it across. And this is one of the real benefits. Remember, we've been saying for years now, one of the beauties about Onpassive and the ecosystem is each product works in sync and collectively with another product. It picks up the information. So it is one single sign on, and that information is then pushed across to the others. One of the other features of OConnect, which hasn't even been talked about yet, but we know is there, is the ability to change from one device to another device without losing the connection. Now, I don't know of any other video conferencing service that you can do that with now. If I'm on a laptop, but I have to go somewhere, I can open up the same session with my username on my mobile phone, close it on my laptop, have it on my mobile phone, and then go somewhere else. Okay. No other platform has that ability to do that. Now, again, that is going to be so useful and versatile for a lot of people. How many times have we been in meetings and we have an appointment, we have to go somewhere? You know, we don't want to miss what's going on. We would rather watch it on our mobile as we're walking along, all the rest of it, you know. So you can do that. That's again another massive plus for what OConnect can do. Like I said, with the coming of the auto translation, this is something else. You know, you can't. Again, it's all of the rest of it. Someone's just said, well, Zoom kind of does that, but you have to disconnect and then reconnect. That's not the same, though, is it? I'm talking about not disconnecting and reconnecting. It will just go straight across. You know, it is going to be a game changer. A lot of people, when they see this, are going to prick their ears up and at least have a look. And this is what it's all about. Let's move on then to the updates that Ash Mufareh gave us at the end of the second session that we had at 4 a.m. this morning, or whatever time it was. I can't even remember now. He said that, first of all, he introduced us to the HR, the head of the HR department, who is from Dubai, but there is quite a few of them at the moment in Hyderabad. Now, this guy, for the life of me, I can't remember his name, and I am truly, truly sorry that I can't remember his name. But he really has, again, gone above and beyond as far as his job role is concerned. He has interviewed every single employee that Onpassive has in Dubai and Hyderabad on a one-to-one. So that's well over 700 plus people. Over the last 2 months, he has interviewed absolutely every single one of them, from managerial all the way down to parking attendants, etc. Why has he done this? Because he wanted, in his own mind, and also to give feedback to Ash Mufareh and the executives, how the workforce are within the company. Do they like doing their job? Are they just here for the money? What motivates them? All of these types of things. He knows what he's doing because that's his job, human resources. You know, he's in charge of the workforce. What came out of it, he said, was that 95% of the employees of Onpassive in those two locations are more than happy with their workplace, with their standard of work and pay, but more importantly, they go above and beyond of what is expected of them as far as an employee is concerned. They do many hours extra that they do not have to. Why? Because they love working for Onpassive. Now, when you have a workforce that are self-driven for the company that they are working for, anything and everything is possible. If you have a disgruntled workforce, you are not going to get the optimum out of these people. And you certainly are not going to get the right quality of things from them, because they're just doing it for the money, in all honesty. But if people have a vested interest in what they are doing and they like doing it, then you are certainly going to get the best out of these people. And it was really interesting for him to tell us. But one thing he was saying at the end was, he was saying, we are going to make this work for you. We are working for you. And when he was saying you, he was talking about us, the foundership. He was talking about what they want to do for the founders, for the company, for Onpassive. They are passionate about what they have produced, what they have built. You know, it's their babies at the end of the day. This is something that they have built, that they want to work better than anybody else's out there. And this is where they get their drive. Obviously, our CEO, Ashmi Farah, supports these people in the way that he does, you know, and he does it so well. But more importantly, they get their just rewards from being able to do what they are doing as well. So that was really, really interesting. Also, I think his name, it was Mohammed Nasir. He was the old media guy for Burj Khalifa, who's now part of Onpassive Media over there. He was saying that he's got something coming on Saturday, so a week today, that is going to completely blow our minds in a good way. He's going to drop the biggest of bombs that we have seen so far in Onpassive. I haven't got a clue what it is, but I'm telling you this, he looked pretty excited about it. Now, this is the guy, by the way, that prior to Onpassive, he is the guy that did all of the laser shows up on Burj Khalifa. He did all of the lighting for the fountains at the bottom of Burj Khalifa, and a lot more other things as well. Now, talking of that, Tuesday, so that was going to be the 2nd, I believe, of January, we are resuming the first laser show again on the front of Burj Khalifa. Is this going to be in conjunction with the next OConnect webinar? I don't know. Okay, but we will obviously find out about this and obviously give you as many details as possible. So stay tuned, stay plugged in, and that is something that's definitely happening on Tuesday, is the next laser show for on front of Burj Khalifa. What's it going to be about? Steve Brocklehurst, thank you so much, my friend, for rejoining the Tea Clubbers. What is the theme going to be? I have no idea. But again, I do know that on Tuesday, there is going to be another announcement. It's not the big bomb that's going to be happening on Saturday, but there is going to be another announcement. Hang on a second. Don't worry about that. So keep plugged in for that and all of the information. Then Ashmi Farah came on and he was talking about the year that we've just had and going forward and what all the things that are going to be happening very, very shortly. He talked about what's happened in 2022 so far as Onpassive is concerned. He talked about buying the 2 premises in Burj Khalifa itself. He talked about the World Cup. He talked about all sorts of other things as well as what has happened in 2022. Really was good to listen to. Also coming, he said, Media have done, remember we saw the month in review video. The December one is done and ready. Again, we will have that very shortly. The November one, if you remember, was fantastic. Again, Omedia have done a fantastic job and done the December one in review, and that will obviously showcase everything that has happened in December. I'm sure that Dr. Sahar, she'll be heading that up and giving us all of those details. She's also going to be going over a lot of other stuff as well, as far as Omedia is concerned, but also other things that we will have to know as far as the referral links and what that will entail as far as the ecosystem is concerned. What we have to look out for as far as signing documentation, etc., and pricings as well. She was going to let us know all of this, but obviously it didn't happen. So this will be deferred until another day. Also, Ash then was saying about what's coming forward as far as Onpassive is concerned. He said, you've not seen anything yet. We're starting back out again on Monday, Tuesday. But the Burj Khalifa, that's going to be happening. The big announcement is going to be coming on Saturday. That's happening. And there's also going to be other events coming very shortly in different locations. He hinted that Saturdays is going to be coming from a different location. Whether this is true or not, we don't know. But again, we will have to wait and see for all of that. But the one impression I got from Ash himself when he was talking was a little bit of relief. I felt that it's actually happened, that we've actually launched, we've actually started. One thing he did mention, and he said that we as founders have to look out for, is terminologies, the way that you are seeing the websites now and the way that the company, corporate Onpassive, their way that they are talking. Up until now, everything has been talked about and done for the founder. Now, I've been saying this for a while, and he reiterated it again last night, is that we are going to be a customer-based business. And I've been saying that very shortly, the user, whether they be just the user, reseller, or whatever it be, they are going to be the larger denominator of Onpassive. So to accommodate what we are, and in effect, a customer-based business, corporate need to change their terminology. So we will start seeing everything being geared to geared towards the customer rather than the founder. So if you start seeing this happening, okay, don't start freaking out, guys. Okay, it's just what we are doing here. We want to be more professional. We want to be more business-like with our delivery as far as a company is concerned, so that we are then focusing on the thing that we are going to be, which is a customer-based business. He said one of the things that we will be seeing, we won't be seeing multiple products in the onpassive.com website anymore. He said we will just be showcasing the ones that are available in the ecosystem. Why is that important, you might be thinking? Because it sends out the wrong message to a user. If they first go to onpassive.com, they look at it, amazing, they love it, all this sort of, they read all the bump about Onpassive, they then go to products, look at all these products, loads of them, 50, however many there is there. They then go in as a user, whether it's free, whether it's paid, doesn't really matter. They go into the ecosystem. What do they see? Where's all these products I saw in onpassive.com? Where are they? They're not here in the ecosystem. I thought they were all going to be here. So this is part of what is going to be changing. Onpassive.com, they will obviously have the products that are going to be there in the ecosystem within onpassive.com. Plus, they're going to be really emphasizing on the next one that is going to be there. Okay. We might not even see it. It might just turn up in the ecosystem, but that's exactly what they want it to do. They want to keep the enthusiasm, the mystery, the marketing part of how they are going to do it to keep the interest going as far as the products and solutions that are coming out, okay, for Onpassive. So you will see a bit of a change as far as onpassive.com is concerned, what products are going to be there, maybe some of the terminologies, etc. You are going to see Omedia emphasizing and concentrating more on customers. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if all of the adverts they're doing now are going to be based directly at, okay, the customer base as opposed to founders. We know where we are, guys, as a founder in Onpassive. We have our own little place that we can go to chat, to find out our own founders information. That is in OFounders, in our back office. Are we going to see in OFounders when prior to the customers the next product is coming out? Yeah, sure. We will get the glimpse before the customer. It will be in the OFounders back office. Any pertinent information that we need as a founder will be put in OFounders that the customer won't get access to. But as far as the rhetoric of the company is concerned, as far as what they are trying to achieve as corporate Onpassive, their emphasis is going to be on the customer. So we will see this shift from talking about founders, talking about the numbers, talking about this, that, and the other, to what it is all about. And that is being a customer-based business selling digital solutions. All right. And that is what the emphasis is all going to be on moving forward. Ash then finished off by thanking the people that were there, thanking the founders that have been there. He said we should all be so very, very proud of where we are, what we have achieved. He made specific reference to the early founders, the 2018ers and the early 19s, of sticking with it, having faith, he said, with him and the company. I reiterated this again the other day, that this is why I felt so proud as a founder, because of the justification of my faith all the way back in September of 2018 to where we are right now, that my belief, my gut feeling of Onpassive has been justified. He said, without us, it would not be possible. And he talked a little bit about other things as well, but he felt, like I said, I got the real impression that he looks extremely tired, but there was also a bit of relief I felt that was in his face as well, that now we can really start building. And he mentioned this as well, of we have a base. It is all about stabilizing that base and then moving on. Everything that has been done in 2022, as far as Onpassive is concerned, has been about building, has been about producing digital solutions, products, about actual making something. 2023 is going to be all about stabilization and expansion. You will see so many things, okay, in the very, very early days of this coming month. A lot is going to be happening, guys. I cannot emphasize that enough to you. So stay plugged in and look after yourselves. Have a very good new year if you are still celebrating it. Steve Brockos, are we allowed to put videos as far as the products are concerned? Yeah, you are at the moment. I can't see any reason why not. Okay, but as far as the company is concerned, this is what we're going to do. Anyway, that's it from me. Remember, nothing broke. Okay, we actually got onto OConnect. We made history yesterday by having our very own video conferencing platform that is from Onpassive. Frank Johansson, thank you so much for your super sticker, my friend. Anyway, that's it from me. I would say hello to a lot of you, but there's 800 people on here at the moment. And to be honest, it would just go mad. I'll see everybody on Monday. I'm going to take tomorrow off and relax, have a nice time, all the rest of it. I hope you guys do as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe. Okay. But more importantly, be excited because Onpassive is coming. That's it from me. Bye for now.